Welcome back to another one, J Money Call. It's been a minute since I dropped something. I had an idea in my head, many of them that I just dismissed and procrastinated on dropping. I figured I'd drop this video sitting here in the parking lot before I go up here and hit the gym. Why boring is the new success. I was on my way riding up here to the gym and I was thinking, like, a few months back, I say about the beginning of this year, I just got tired of like the hamster wheel of things going on in my life, up and down, up and down. And I was telling myself, I've talked to God and I prayed to him, and I told him, I just asked you, God, just to put, more consistency in my life. And it was a few things that I got from that. One of them was doing the simple things daily usually is how you can change your life. After doing them so many times, it becomes nature. You continue doing things, repetition is the key. I found myself going to the gym, then falling off for a week, maybe spending some money on certain things that I shouldn't, and then stopping it and then doing it again. And I just prayed for consistency. And what I got out of that is doing a lot of the simple things, a lot of boring things in life is how you can change your life. And every day, like I'm not complete, the journey is everlasting. But just steady doing the boring things in life, like making sure you're consistent with the gym. Well, watching what you eat for the most part. If you're in the gym every day, or I didn't say every day, if you're in the gym 2 to 4 times a week and you have a poor diet outside the gym, you're pretty much wasting your time. I know when I started paying attention more to what I was eating, staying away from the processed foods for the most part, it's when I started seeing results. And it's like I said, it's a continued journey. I fall short. I'm not perfect by no means, but for the most part, this has been like the most I've been consistent on my diet. I say at least the last 6 to 8 months, and it's where I've seen the most results. And you have more energy to make sure you get back in the gym and recovering, and making sure you're getting your rest a little bit better. Making sure you're consistent on a lot of things in life. Praying, making sure that you do things consistently on a daily. And that's how you get results out of life. I don't want to belabor the point, but pretty much like just making sure you're not turning up every weekend, drinking, just doing things consistently, making sure you're reading, even if it's reading an article on your phone. You're not just steady mindlessly scrolling every day, taking accountability. You have to do things like that just to see results, but you have to do them consistently. And the more you do them consistently, the more your life will change, and then it becomes second nature. It becomes something that you do every day because you seeing the results you're getting in your life, and you want to continue getting them results. So you got to continue putting that work in, and you got to continue putting God first, because at the end of the day, everybody, I don't say everybody, but a lot of people out here, they're not putting God first. They focused on the worldly things out here, and then they stressing about why things not changing. You got to put the work in, but you also got to, be honest with what you need to correct, and pray to God to ask you for that. Pray to God for him to help you change that. Because if you do that, you definitely will see changes in your life. And don't be scared. Don't be scared about nothing that's going on out here. As long as you're willing to put the work in, you got nothing to fear, because that work that you putting in is going to pay off for you regardless in any aspect of your life. I just wanted to, like I said, drop a little something before I go up here in the gym. I didn't want to belabor the point, but I'm going to try to be more consistent and drop some things, because I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things in the future that I want to try to put out, and just be more consistent, like I said, in every aspect of my life. If you like what you heard, if it hits you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I'll be sure to get back with another one on y'all. All right, keep going.